Welcome back, everyone. If you are new to the channel, my name is Travis. My wife and I own and run freedom farms, but we also have full-time jobs to pay for the startup of our farm. I'm an active duty soldier. My wife's going to school to be a teacher right now. She works at the school as a teacher's aide, and we would love to have you guys stick around and watch us grow and show you all the joys that go into starting a farm. What we're doing right now is my good friend over here, Jason, well, I guess he's kind of also a neighbor, but he's baling for me because his baler's a lot nicer than mine. It does net wrap. Mine is as old as my tractor, which is a 1981. Actually, the baler's older, I guess. It's a 78. Anyway, it doesn't do net wrap, as you could imagine, and it does bale well, but you have to get off to tie, to cut the twine to tie the bale every time. So very inconvenient. Anyways, we're disconnecting the rake because we're done raking. Obviously, that was the last piece that we needed to rake. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our tractor over there and we're gonna start staging bales. Jason has a, it's called a bale trailer, essentially, or a hay trailer. And so does Lance, our other neighbor, who helped us bale a couple videos back. Well, anyways, we're gonna use Jason's and Lance's trailer, and we're gonna stage our bales, and we're gonna move some of ours. We're actually gonna move all of ours, but we're also gonna move some of Jason's, and we're gonna move some of Lance's too. His field's up there, right behind where Jason's baling back there. So let's go and catch up. It'll make more sense here shortly why we stage bales. And I guess the easiest way to, or the smartest way to put it is, both of their trailers will hold 7 5x5 round bales. You'll see it here in a little bit. But if we stage them in the field, 7 in a row, so that the trailer can pull up next to it, and basically the tractor just start loading them, makes it go much quicker. We're gonna go catch up with them and see what we can knock out. Since Jason's still over here, we're actually gonna go to our hay field. This was one we owned. That one is one that we bale on the halves for a neighbor. So basically they keep half the bales, we keep half the bales. I'm gonna move to the next one because Jason's over there, and one, he's not done yet, so I don't know how many bales to stack over here for our neighbor, and I don't know how many base is the next best thing. There we go. Kids, let that be a lesson. We should always check to make sure all the pins are in before we leave the house. Well, bales are all in a roll, or in a row, rather, not roll. Well, I guess they're in a roll too, but anyway. Minor change. We're gonna go ahead and rake for Jason because their hay is actually ready a little earlier than what we anticipated. And don't worry, I'm just as disappointed as you are. Gross. It even smells like Germany in here. It's a joke because that's where this tractor's made. I will say that this rake is a far better design than what we have. I like how it folds up instead of in a V because it makes it really hard for me to get through in spots. And then like you saw whenever I was going into my shop building, it was really, even that's a 10-foot tall, 16-foot wide door, it was still a little bit of a pain because of how the rake folds. But we're gonna head over here and we'll start raking and I'll show you guys how this one works. The video you're watching right now is from our drone showing you how we load the bales. So if we had a bale trailer like this one, we put them in a row. If we didn't have a bale trailer, if we were using a flatbed, we'd stack however many would fit on the flatbed, so half of them on one side of the flatbed for the truck to pull up between, and then the other half on the opposite side. And then we'd also, on one of those sides, we'd also put the ones that are going to go on top. In this case, this is I think it's a 36-foot trailer, and it'll hold, depending on what size your bales are. So if they're 4 foot wide, it'll hold 9 of them, but in our case our bales are 5 foot wide, so therefore it'll only hold 7 of them. Put them in a line like this makes it easy for the individual driving the tractor to simply pull up, grab one, put it on the trailer, back up, grab the next one, and just keep going back and forth. Unfortunately, Lane just pulled at an awkward angle for me. Wasn't a big deal. It happens sometimes.
Normally we do try to keep it closer, but again, not a big deal. It's not going to hurt anything. You can see that essentially put one bale on, and then when you grab the next bale, you're using the next bale to push that one forward and set this bale down, and then when you pick up the next one, you're going to do the exact same thing again. You're going to grab another bale and you're just going to keep pushing the stack. They slide relatively easy. The paint on the trailer hasn't rubbed off yet, but I'm sure eventually it will, but it still won't make a difference. It's going to slide smoothly. Hay is not a brace, or not, doesn't really grip metal well, so it's not like you're pushing something that has a lot of traction. I will say that if you have a tractor that's lighter in the rear end, it can make it difficult, if it's not four-wheel drive, to push the full stack of bales. The 5x5 round bales that we make roughly weigh about 1,000 pounds. Might be a little less, might be a little more, but either way, so once you put 7 of them on that trailer, or you put 6 on there and you're putting your 7th one on, it does get kind of heavy. You're pushing 7,000 pounds across the ground, or across this trailer in that case. We'll show you, I'll try to get better footage in the next one. Like I said, I'm sorry, the camera went dead and didn't go nearly as planned, so hope you all enjoyed the video though. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and of course like the video. That helps us out too. And if you have any questions, comment below and we'll answer them as best we can. Thanks, have a blessed week, we'll see you next time.